Mahadev, Mahadev, Mahadev. Shivaya Namaha, Shivaya Namaha, Shivaya Namaha, Shivaya Namaha. Om Om Yo Brahmanam Vidadhati Purvam Yo Vai Vedanscha Prahinoti Tasmai Amhadevamatma Buddhi Prakasham Mumukshurvai Sharanamaham Prapadye. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Namo Brahmadibhyo Brahma Vidya Sampradaya Kartribhyo Vamshirshibhyo Mahadbhyo Namo Gurubhyaha Sarvopaplavarahitaha Prajanaghanaha Pratyagartho Brahmaivahamasmi Brahmaivahamasmi Om Vedantarthavibhasakaya Gurave शान्ताय सन्न्यासिने नानावादी नगेन्द्र संघपवये योगीन्द्रवन्द्याय च मोहध्वान्तदिवाकराय भगवत्पादाभिधां बिभ्रते तस्मै भाष्यकृते नमोऽस्तु सततं पूर्णाय बोधात्मने ॐ Mahadev. So now the question which was raised by the student was, well, sir, we accept that all the three, namely Tattvajnanam, Manonasha, and Vasanakshaya, all these three together are required, and hence all the three have the status of being jivanmukti sadhanam, or all the three have the status of sadhanam for moksha. Tattvajnanam is sakshat sadhanam. Hmm? Then we have found that in case where the knowledge has taken place, but because of prarabdha, the body mind complex will continue to function. Correct? When the prarabdha finishes, this body will collapse, will perish. Since the prarabdha has yet not exhausted itself, then that is the force which will keep this body mind complex going. That means as long as the body mind complex is there, till that point, the prarabdha will also bring situations of joy and sorrow. What else prarabdha gives? Bhog only, in form of some pleasant experience, in form of some unpleasant experience. Correct? Mhm. So that prarabdha will give. As a result, though one knows that this duality is mithya, hmm? Mithya meaning you just understand it as an appearance. Though it is an appearance, yet sometimes, even in spite of knowing their appearances, certain appearances are pleasing, certain appearances are disturbing too. That is the reason why, when you look at the prasanna mukha of a deity, one is assured. And the daityadi, that, Durga kills that daitya, is shown with little, is unpleasant to look at. Not a very pleasing thing, correct? Vikrit mukha and all, they have a very disfigured, face with anger and all. Not nice to look at. Similarly, the prarabdha brings those experiences. Sometimes the prarabdha bringing those experiences may be such that it does not eject or force the person to be thrown out of samadhi. But certain experiences are such where the person is thrown out of the samadhi, does not allow the samadhi, because that prarabdha has come with the bhoga shakti. It is going to give bhoga. So prabala prarabdha, it will not allow the absorption samadhi to take place. And not allowing the samadhi to take place means obviously there is an experience of joy and sorrow. Now, is not this a disturbance? This is a disturbance. Whether the prarabdha is prabala prarabdha or the prarabdha is a durbala prarabdha. So instead of talking about prarabdha as prabala or durbala, Vidyaranya Swami has chosen to use the word tivra bandha and mridu bandha. If not having any evil vasana, obviously the person does not have any evil samskar, which will create kam, krodha, ityadi. It may not be there. So the person is like a temple of all noble virtues. Hmm. So there is no vasana. The vasana kshaya is there or not? Asuri vasana is the vasana which we have said is the bandha. So now he already has those daivi vasanas, daivi samskaras. So vasana kshaya is there. Yet if the person is not absorbed in samadhi, then those small little things which the prarabdha presents will deliver dukkham. Hmm? And therefore, along with vasanakshaya, manonashaya is samadhi avastha is required. Got it? Just being in samadhi, you are not even experiencing prabala prarabdha or durbala prarabdha also. So then just have called samadhi only for shanti. as the sadhanam. But he says, no, if the prarabdha is prabala, it will not allow the samadhi to take place. And therefore, vasana kshaya in that case is required. Then let us say only keep vasana kshaya only as the sadhanam and don't even enumerate manonasha samadhi as a sadhanam. He says no, because even people of great virtues like Yudhishthira, Nala, Rama, all of them were people with great virtues. Vasana Kshaya already has taken place. But the Manda, Bandha will present those joys and sorrows. If this was not the case, she already has water equipped. You want hot water? This is okay. So, therefore, absorption is also required. Absorption in the sense samadhi. Thus, we have understood in jivanmukti, the tattvajnanam has taken place, but prarabdha shesha is still there. There is leftover of the prarabdha, and therefore vasana kshaya and manonasha are important. Okay, over there, when you are going to consider vividisha sannyasa, manonasha and vasanakshaya become the primary sadhanas. Okay, when it is vividisha sannyasa, here in vividisha sannyas, tattvajnanam is pradhanam and the other two are upasarjaniyo. They are secondary. But Swamiji, we thought that without Vasanakshaya and this Maronash, how can he even have Tattvajnanam? Hmm, correct? See, understand this at this point, understand this little clearly. What is required for Tattvajnanam to take place? Tattva means Brahma, and Jnana means knowledge of Brahman. So, Tattvajnanam. What is required for Tattvajnanam? What is the sadhanam? Correct? Shravana, Manana, and Nididhyasanam. Say, suppose if the person has some vasanas, whichever, for money, for pleasure, whatever. Now, if this vasana is already raging a storm inside, a cyclone inside, will this person be able to do Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasanam? Will he be able to do? No. Well, he does not have any but that kind of a problem. But if that mind is not steady, stable, and is able to absorb, will Shravana Manana Nididhyasanam take place? No. So you definitely require Manonasha and Vasanasha. The question is, in what degree? In what degree? For what to take place? Shravana Manana Nididhyasanam. So that he is able to do Shravana Manana Nididhyasanam. He just requires that much Vasanakshaya and Manonasha by which his Shravana Manana Nididhyasanam can take place without any obstruction. so that his Shravana Manana Nididhyasanam can take place without any obstruction. That much is required. And if that much is already there, then Shravana Manana Nididhyasanam will become fruitful. That Shravana Manana Nididhyasanam will generate the Brahmakara Vritti, and this Brahmakara Vritti will destroy the Avidya. Correct? You see the whole thing. There is no goofing up, there is no mysticism about it. That much is required. But in case of Jivan Mukti, who already has that jnanam, now why does he require this too for knowledge? No. Then why does he require for Shanti? For Shanti. And that is what is Jivan Mukti is. And therefore, now in case of the Vidvat Sannyasa, where he is striving not for the knowledge to take place, but he is now striving with that this knowledge remains protected, unclouded, because of prarabdha may present all these things, so it doesn't become clouded, and there is shanti, अंतःकरण के शांति के लिए. इसके लिए है अब अंतःकरण के शांति के लिए है. यही यही जो शांति है, इसी का नाम जीवन मुक्ति है ना. इसीलिए, and this is the reason why those two take the primary place when the purpose is jivan mukti, and tattvajnanam shravana manana nididhyasanam takes the place of primary importance when the purpose is knowledge or videha mukti. Got it? This is how that vyavastha, the arrangement, was explained. If you understand what is pradhanam, what is upasarjaniyam, thereby you understand that all the three together in both the cases still are the sadhanam for mukti. Okay? Okay. Purpose is there. Now, further, on page number 92. तदेवं जीवन मुक्तिं प्रति वासनाक्षय मनोनाशयोः साक्षात् साधनत्वात् प्राधान्यम. Found it? Tadevam. That now what we have explained so far is what? Tadevam. That alone is Jivan Mukti Prati. That principle which was explained to you is the pradhanyam, is the prime importance accorded to these two, Vn and Mn, or Vk and Mn. Ah, got it? This is the pradhanyam. Now, this principle you have grasped. Furthermore, tattvajnanam tu उभयोत्पादनेन व्यवहितत्वात् उपसर्जनम. Now, this Tattvajnanam is the cause because of which Vasanakshaya and Manonasha takes place. Okay? The Shanti in this person's life is because Vasanakshaya and Manonasha have taken place. So, what is the cause of that Shanti? Vasanakshaya and Manonasha. So, in his life, we are going to see this. In very recently, in 85, 87, Chote Maharaj passed away from Kailas Ashram. So he had gangrene in the foot, in one of his feet. It was infected with gangrene. Hmm. Now, amputation of that leg, foot was required. They had to amputate it. Hmm. Then what happened? Maharaji said that, yeah, the body is any which way. Then says, no, 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 this is very, very infectious and it is very dangerous and you better do it. And so all the devotees, etc., somehow convinced him to allow the amputation to take place. So he said, we will do it here only. I will not go to any hospital. And the other condition is they should not make me unconscious by giving that anesthesia. No, that the doctor said, but we have to cut that big bone with a saw. Chote Maharaj said, this is the only thing. If you can do it this way, do it. Otherwise, don't. Let the body perish. So there only they did it without anesthesia. And as Maharaji Kare, Hanji, and he started. Om Ishava Semidam Sarvam Yatkincha Jagatyam Jagat Tena Tyaktena Punjitha Magradhakyasya Svedhanam. The doctors were doing the operation, amputating the leg, and he is absorbed in samadhi only. Upanishad, one after another, mantras going on. Going on. When the surgery got finished, they bandaged it. The foot which was cut was put into that bag and all that. So the doctor said, Maharaj ji, ho gaya. Ho gaya? Finished. अच्छा ठीक है. वो कटा हुआ भाग कहाँ है? Where is that chopped thing? They showed him that bag. He told the disciples, now throw it in Ganga. Why? Because this body belongs to Ganga. When a sannyasi dies, there are only two vidhis given in the Shastra that how that body should be disposed of. Today we may have different things to do because of various restrictions and all. One is called as the Bhu Samadhi, and the other one is called as the Jala Samadhi. In Rishikesh or in these places, generally it is the Jala Samadhi only. Because Ganga is there. Why? And after that, all the belongings of that Mahatma, some umbrella, some books, and all those things are distributed to other Mahatmas. Go. Yeah, finished. Got it? So therefore, he said, if you have amputated it now, after this body dies, any which ways it has to go to Ganga. So one part goes little before, it is a prelude. So in installment, the first installment has gone. Let it go where it belongs. Yeah. What is seen here? Shanti. Can you see the knowledge? No. But what are you seeing? Shanti. Correct? What is jivanmukti? Where knowledge has taken place for him, the avidya is destroyed, but there is immense peace. Even if this whole body was to fall apart, there is there is peace, shanti. This kind of shanti, which is impenetrable, which cannot be penetrated, destroyed, disintegrated, which does not become, what do they call, degenerate. That is that is the Jivan Mukti. So it is Shanti only. What is finally what is Jivan Mukti? अंतःकरण की शांति है. Correct? Now the one who wants the Tattva Jnanam, he also requires some amount of Shanti. This Shanti means where he is able to pacify the mind with some viveka. Don't you do with small children? If there are two boys at home, the younger one will always want what the elder has. वही चाहिए. And he creates a ruckus. The elder one says, why will I give? What do the parents do? They teach the elder one how to be at peace even without it. And they tell that elder one, you are an elder one, aren't you? That's why give it. This is not a very nice logic. Since you are elder one, that's why you should deprive yourself. This is not a good logic. But whatever that logic is, what has that child learned? Shanti. How to be even peaceful. You see, otherwise the parents will run out and they will buy another one. Take it now. So, in a way, you are really not teaching the child that he is not going to always get what he wants. Or at times, he is not even going to retain what he wants. It will be taken away from him forcibly. At that time, what do you do? At that time, what do you do? How to retain the peace is more important. Have you given that lesson of life? तुम्हारे पास पैसा है, just because you have money, हम चाहे जो दे देंगे. But you are giving him, but you are not giving him what he requires in life. Do you see? It is not that just because I have money I have to give, but what have you really given that child? You have not told him that life is not always going to be kind with you. It is not that you always will be able to keep or get what you want. You may not be able to retain what you really want. प्रारब्धवशात चला जाता है. यहाँ तक आने पर भी it can fall. People are singing, the Mangal Vadyas are musical, the Mangal auspicious music is going on. Everybody is getting ready. Now the time has come that only Rama, Dashratha, has to walk into the darbar for his coronation. But Ram does not walk out of the palace for coronation, but in exile. यहाँ तक. So always remember that there is always going to be kuch bhi karo, there is always going to be some gap between the cup and the lips. There is that slip. There is that slip. And if you are not prepared for it, हाँ, हाय 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 करते बैठोगे और क्या. You understand? So the person needs this dhairyam, this attitude as how he can pacify his own mind in the face of problems, in the face of failures, in face of losses. How is that possible? But Swamiji, is it not natural to get disturbed? If it is natural to get disturbed, then be disturbed. No, but I don't want to be disturbed. But it is not natural. Don't do anything unnatural. Please be disturbed. So you're justifying what? What is it that you're justifying? If you have not understood how to live peacefully with each other by living 50, 60, 70 years, what have you understood? What have you gained? No, but we like to fight. वो हमारा प्यार है. So shama is required, dama is required. What is shama dama? After all, shanti only. Shama means pacification of the mind. If there is too much vasana in it, will that mind be shanta? If there is too much vasana, will that mind be, will the indriyas remain danta, peaceful? No. No, these people are there waiting in the queue to get into the flight. If somebody thinks by getting in between, he goes to sit first or gets into the plane first. Will you reach earlier than me? Acha, even if you go over there and you find your place first, what if your luggage comes last? इसके लिए ये कर रहे हो. What is the smartness going to give you? And he thinks that you know how I got inside, by putting all others behind. So what that smartness is going to give? Given nothing. Hey, you're striving for nothing. just fooling yourself by doing all such things. Therefore, if the mind does one does not have the ability to stay undisturbed, stay concentrated, will he be able to do Shravanam? Will he be able to do Mananam or Nididhyasanam? Nahi. Therefore, don't you think that there is a prerequisite of Shanti even for Shravana Manana Nididhyasanam? It may not be the Shanti of a Jivan Mukta, but at least that much Shanti by which you can do Shravanadi very peacefully. So, what is primary? Tattvajnanam is primary. For that Tattvajnanam, you have this Shanti, Vasanakshaya and Manonashaya. And therefore, it is secondary. In case where the person now wants knowledge, and therefore, when the person does not have any other purpose other than knowledge, then the person can take to sannyas. दूसरा प्रयोजन नहीं है. As long as you are able to see that there is something more other, maybe less important, but yet if there is something that is going to occupy the place in your list of priorities other than knowledge, then one is yet not prepared for sannyas. So that's why one should not take to, thinking that, yeah, sannyas, nice, we remain like that. Hey, morning, evening, bhiksha here and there. Swamiji, don't get entrapped. Because ultimately you will be left with yourself. एक दो घंटे के लिए बाहरी चीजें ठीक है, बाकी 24 घंटे क्या करोगे? You will be exposed to yourself, and if you are not at peace with yourself, how will you remain in that sannyas? That's why that is important. But that is important and is of this manonash, that peace is important so that you can conduct Shravana Mananam. For that reason, therefore, that over there it assumes the secondary position, Tattvajnanam assumes the primary importance. Got it? Are these two principles clear? Now the thing is, you understand the other day also I spoke. I'm saying that once again. I may say this 1,000 times, you may get bored, but it does not matter because I'm not here to entertain anyone. I don't speak so that I can entertain. I'm speaking so that some understanding takes place. हिंदी में वाक्य पहले कहता हूं, नहीं समझ में आया तो अच्छी बात है, इंग्लिश में बोलूंगा. जब तक के भगवान भी चाहिए, भगवान चाहिए, लेकिन कैसे चाहिए? जब तक के भगवान भी, ये भी लगा हुआ है ना, तब तक के सन्यास के चक्र में न पड़ना. जिस क्षण भगवान ही चाहिए, ये हो जाए बुद्धि का अध्यवसाय, निश्चय, तब सन्यास. यही अंतर है. एक कर्मयोगी है और एक कर्म त्यागी है. जितना अंतर भी और ही में है, यही अंतर है। जो कर्मी है ना, कर्मयोगी नहीं। कौन? कर्मी। नहीं समझ में आया? लिटिल बिट, वेरी गुड, दैट मच इज इनफ। देन जो कर्मी है, वो ये कहता है जो होंगे भगवान। भगवान मिले ना मिले, लेकिन हमें ये भोग चाहिए। हम योग्य मार्ग से करेंगे, चोरी चमारी नहीं करेंगे। ये पुण्य मार्ग से ही करेंगे, शास्त्रीय जीवन ही जिएंगे। भगवान मिले न मिले, हमें सुखद जीवन यहाँ और इसके बाद भी चाहिए। ठीक है? ये कौन कह रहा है? कर्मी। और एक होता है जिसे हम कहते हैं पामर। जिसे कहते हैं पामर। वो पामर बोलता है भगवान भगवान भूल जाओ, ये योग्य मार्ग है कि नहीं है वो भी भूल जाओ, हमको भोग चाहिए, ये न के न प्रकार। भोग चाहिए, पुत्र वित्त लोक यही चाहिए। सन्मार्ग से आए अथवा न आए, हमें उससे कोई मतलब नहीं। हमें केवल क्या चाहिए? भोग चाहिए। ये है पामर। इसके ऊपर की श्रेणी है विषयी कर्मी की, कि जो कहता है कि मैं पाप तो नहीं करूंगा, लेकिन भगवान वगैरह तो नहीं चाहिए, केवल हमको भोग चाहिए योग्य मार्ग से, थ्रू लेजिटिमेट मीन्स। ये है कर्मी। पामर तो हमारा, पामर से तो हमारा कोई नाता है नहीं। कर्मी को तो भगवान चाहिए नहीं। लेकिन जो ये कहता है कि भगवान भी चाहिए, अब वो कर्म योग की श्रेणी में आया है। इज सिटिंग इन द कैटेगरी ऑफ कर्म योगी, क्योंकि उसमें भगवान आ गए ना, ईश्वर आ गया उसके जीवन में। भक्त है वो, चाहिए भगवान चाहिए। बाकी की भी चीजें चाहिए है, लेकिन भगवान भी चाहिए। फिर ही गेट्स रिफाइंड। मिले तो अच्छा है, लेकिन भगवान ही चाहिए। और उसके ऊपर जो है वो कर्म सन्यासी है, वो कहता है चाहिए ही नहीं। दोगे तभी भी नहीं चाहिए। दोगे तभी भी नहीं चाहिए। नहीं समझ में आया आपको भी? अम्मा, नॉट गेटिंग इट बिकॉज आई एम स्पीकिंग इन हिंदी? दैट्स ओके, डोंट फ्लाई हियर एंड देयर, स्टे विथ मी। हाँ, once it so happened, this is an incident in Udiya Babaji's life. There was one brahmachari who used to be in service of Udiya Babaji Maharaj. You have heard his name, right? Like Baba was whatever. a sage of unequal, unparalleled nishtha, the life of jivanmukti. So now his name was Chote Brahmachari ji, who used to serve Baba. हम उनसे मिले थे, met छोटे ब्रह्मचारी जी. So लोग people used to call him Chote ji because he was little short in height, stature, very thin. But he used to be in service of Baba day and night because Baba later on had developed that prostate problem, and so the clothes used to get dirtied, and they had to constantly change his langot and this thing. What do they call it? Vastra. The bed sheets had to be changed. Yeah. So Chote ji used to do this. One day, Baba saw that Chote ji was wearing a watch. I'm talking about those days, okay? This is the 30s and 40s. Baba passed away in 47. So he was wearing a watch. And not everybody was wearing a watch. It was, status symbol wearing a watch. Today people wear watch, but if somebody is wearing a Rolex, hmm, like that. Then Baba said, "ये क्या पहना है? Hey, what is that in your hand?" He felt little embarrassed. And he said, "Baba, I didn't ask anybody for it. Somebody gave it. I didn't want it, I didn't ask for it, but somebody gave it, so I'm keeping it." Baba said, कोई अपनी लुगाई दे जाए तो रख लोगे क्या? If somebody comes and gives his wife to you, will you keep? He felt very angry, he gave it up there only. बाबा गलती हो गई. Even if you give, I don't want. What do you want? परमात्मा alone. I don't want. पुत्रेषणायाः वित्तेषणायाः लोकेषणायाः व्युत्थाय. One who has risen, transcended these three Eshanas, Putra, Vitt, and Lok. Pravrajanti, and then he goes, he takes to Pravrajan means sannyas. Okay. But till then, till that he becomes he and that he becomes strongly he, not English he, Hindi he. You understand? Till that point, one should not venture into even to this idea of sannyas. Hmm. Why? Sannyas is so nice, we should take to sannyas. We get to live in the ashram and all that nice things. Yeah, all these dreams will collapse. In the morning, you wake up and do Shiva Pujan and all that. Eh, gone. First 6 months, you will be delighted. Oh, gosh. And then after, every day, Mahimna Stotra, 40 minutes singing. Only that. So why are you getting tired? It is your choice. Though it is his choice, but it was yet not pakka bhi. This is what happens. But now, once you have taken, strive to make it strong. That is all that you can do, because taking to sannyasa ashram, then going back is called as patita. Patita means some liberals today may say, oh, he made a choice of living like that, and then after he's changing his, he just making, he made a, he was trying out, and so now he has made a change. No, sir. From that there is no recovery. No recovery. Gone is gone. Therefore, though sannyasi is the highest, one has to be very, very careful. This is fire, don't play with it. Oh, some temporary sannyas we want to see. There's nothing like temporary. We just want to try. Not try. Gone, it's gone. So in Vividisha Sannyasa Tattvajnanam is Pradhanam. And the other two are Upasarjaniyo. Okay, that's why. Furthermore, तत्त्वज्ञानस्य वासनाक्षयहेतुत्वं बहुशः श्रुतौ श्रूयते. Now we have understood that yes, sir, he has Tattvajnanam, but now you said that Tattvajnanam becomes the Hetu. Hetu meaning cause. It has the capacity to generate Vasanakshaya and Manonashaya, those which are Pradhan for jivanmukti. How, sir? How do they have that cause? So he gives you several examples, Shruti Pramanam, but only one Pramanam we will see, and then we can move ahead. Okay. Jnatva devam sarvapashapahanihi. Actually, we had done this part, right, yesterday. This is getting iterated. Pakka. They're doing it pakka. Eh? Jnatva devam. Knowing that Parameshwara, what happens? Sarva pashapahani, all the pashas, all the shackles, nooses are cut asunder. Pashapahani. All the bondages are cut asunder. Sarva pashapahani. Now, furthermore, just as Tattvajnanam helps Manonasha and Vasanakshaya to take place, so also Manonasha also helps in Tattvajnanam and Vasanakshaya. Now he shows you in page number 93. Manonasha hetutvam cha. No, sorry. So, no, we have already seen this part. Manonasha hetutvam cha tattvajnanasya shruti siddham. Sorry. Now what the author is showing you, just as the Vasanakshaya was generated by the Tattvajnanam, So also Tattvajnanam also generates manonasha. How? Vidyadasham abhipretya idam shruyate. Now, where there is Vidyadasha means where the knowledge has taken place. The knowledge has taken place means Ajnanam is gone. Now, this is Vidyadasha we are talking about. Yatra tvasya sarvamatmaiva bhut tat kenakam pashyed kenakam chigret, where there is no duality of the seer and seen, of the experiencer and the experienced. What is this state? Samadhi. Hmm. What is this state? Samadhi. There is no duality of the experiencer and the experienced. As long as I am the meditator and Parameshwara is the meditated upon, and you can stay in that state, but with that meditator and meditated difference, it is called as dhyanam. What is it called? Dhyanam. Where now the meditated alone remains, the meditator becomes oblivious, ओझल हो जाता है. That state is called as samadhi. Dheya hai. Now in dhyanam what happens? Dhyata, dheya and dhyanam. All the three are present. This state where all the three are present, which three? Go like this. Dhyata, put a finger. Dhyata, dheya, and dhyanam. Where all these three are present, this state is called as dhyanavastha, dhyanam. So it is the Ashtanga Yoga will say this is dhyanam. Dheya is there. But where dheya remains alone, dhyata and dhyanam are no longer there, only dheyakara vritti remains. That is called as samadhi. Okay. So is there duality here? Dhyata is not there. And therefore, Tattvajnanam is also the cause for manonasha. Because in knowing the Parameshwara, yatra tu asya sarvam atmaiva bhut, sarvam atma eva abhut. So knowledge. Tatra kenakam pashyed. Is there a seer? Is there an experiencer? No. Tatra kenakam pashyed, kenakam jigret. No one. And that's why this Tattvajnanam becomes the cause for manonasha also, just as it has become the cause for vasana kshaya. By assuming the position of the cause for manonasha and this thing, vasana kshaya, and this vasana kshaya manonasha now becomes the cause for shanti. So, what is the direct cause for shanti? These two. What is the cause of these two? Tatvajnanam. Correct? Got it? Therefore, what is the immediate and direct cause of shanti? Direct cause. Then what? Both of these, and that's why they are primary. The other one is the Tattvajnanam is secondary. You get it clear. Now, jivanmukte vasana kshay manonashav iva विदेहमुक्तेः साक्षात् साधनत्वात् ज्ञानं प्रधानम्. Just as we have shown you that the Manonashaya and Vasanakshaya is of prime importance for Jivanmukti are primary, like that for Videha Mukti, what is primary? Tattvajnanam is primary. Why? That what is the Sakshat Sadhanam, the immediate cause, that is called as primary. That which is a remote cause is called as secondary. That which is an immediate cause, Sakshat Sadhanam, is primary. What is primary when it comes to destruction of ignorance? Knowledge. Will the ignorance get destroyed just because you are calm and quiet and peaceful? Will it? No. But if you are not peaceful, quiet, calm, and collected, will the knowledge take place? No. So, what is the primary cause for destruction of ignorance? Immediate cause? What if destroys the ignorance? Knowledge. But what is it that causes the knowledge? Being collected, being calm, being peaceful, right? So, in this case, knowledge is immediate and therefore primary. That peacefulness is remote, and that's why it is secondary. Pradhana and upasarjaniya, dual case. Sir, how do you say that knowledge is of primary importance over here in Videha Kaivalyam? Do you have any pramanam? So we say yes. Here it is. Take it out. Jnanadev tu kaivalyam prapyate yena muchyate. It is from knowledge kaivalyam takes place. This word kaivalyam is, is synonymous with moksha. This word kaivalyam is synonymous with moksha. But using the word kaivalyam for moksha gives you an advantage of understanding something more. Otherwise, why will there be a different word? One more aspect is explained through it. If I say Shri Krishna, you understand Shri Krishna. But when I say Devaki Nandana, Shri Krishna, Devaki Nandana is also same person. But what has this word allowed you to understand? That this person is Devaki's son. Both the words, when I say Shri Krishna, this person only. When I say Devaki Nandana, it also means the same person. So you can say that both of these words are synonymous. Like if I say the word water and if I say jalam, these are synonyms or not? In different languages, of course. Synonyms or not? They're synonyms. Why? Because though the words are two, they indicate the same object. So when I use the word Krishna, Sri Krishna, and when I use the word Devaki Nandana, both these words will show you the same object, same person, correct? So both of them are synonyms. But by using the word Devaki Nandana, what did I achieve? Informing you that he is Devaki's son. Like that moksha. and then the other word is kaivalyam. Using the word kaivalyam, it has helped you in understanding something more. What did you understand more when the word kaivalyam was used? Is one question. But we have to look at the whole sentence. And that sentence says, Jnana devatu kaivalyam. Every word in the sentence is important, okay? This is Shabda Mimamsa. Oh, Swamiji, no, only word. Other than that, what? This is Shabda Mimamsa only. वाक्य को ही हम समझने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं और कौन सा वाक्य? श्रुति वाक्य. दैट इज व्हाई इट इज उत्तर मीमांसा. जो श्रुति ब्रह्म प्रतिपादक श्रुति अथवा उपनिषद है, उसके वाक्यों को ही समझने का सारा प्रयास है, यही मीमांसा है. यही है. Oh no, you should, we should do something else. You tell us some story again. Got it? That's why these people, Vedantis, they keep on talking, Upanishad, no experience they give. Okay? Who teaches all that? Giving experiences. You are already experiencing what has to be experienced, you just don't know. And that is the problem. Not experiencing is not the problem, not knowing is the problem. So whatever you are experiencing is already Brahman. So what you are experiencing is Brahman, but do you know it is Brahman? You do not know it is Brahma, and that is the problem. That's why Ajnanam is the problem. Gaining some special mystical experiences and all these things is not the problem. All the mystical and all, it's okay. जीवन मुक्ते है वासना क्षय मनोनाशो इव विदेह मुक्ते है साक्षात साधनत्वाद ज्ञानम प्रधानम. हाउ डिड यू अंडरस्टैंड? ज्ञानादेव तु कैवल्यम. It is from knowledge kaivalyam is attained. So what is the cause for kaivalyam? Knowledge. Panchami hai. Correct? Jnana is Panchami. You people did something, na? You people were doing, right? TV Ghate was teaching you, right? Mr. Ghate ji. Huh? Panchami, Ramat. Ramaha, Ramam, Ramena, Ramaya, Ramat, Ramasya, Rame, Hey Ram. आ गया? Now जानम को चलाओ. ज्ञानम ज्ञानम ज्ञानेन ज्ञानाय ज्ञानस्य ज्ञानात् ज्ञानस्य ज्ञाने. हे ज्ञान, हे ज्ञानम. न्यूटर जेंडर है. So now, what am I? Bored? Already? Torture? Jnanad evatu kaivalyam. The Panchami, the fifth case, apadana, meaning ablation, is used. From. When you say from, like the fruit falls from the tree, it means separation. Fruit falls from the tree. When you're saying from the tree, it means there is a separation of the fruit from the tree. So that word form is able to inform you separation. Just as it can inform you separation, it also can show you the cause. This cloth is made from. So has this cloth separated from cotton, like the fruit separated from the tree? Yet you are using the word from. So the word from has the capacity to show you the cause or not. From. Panchami can do this job. The fifth case, ablation, can do this job. Yes, it does the job of showing the cause. Jnana kaivalyam. Okay. Jnana kaivalyam. Dugdhat dadhihi. Got it? What is the cause? Knowledge. Knowledge is the cause. What is the effect? Phalam? Effect. Then kaivalyam. Okay. So the Shruti should have just said this much. Janat kaivalyam. You still understand that knowledge is the cause of kaivalyam. But Shruti does not stop there by saying Janat kaivalyam. What is the Shruti saying? Janad eva tu kaivalyam. Correct? The Shruti is unnecessarily increasing the words. Nirarthak. Huh? No. Whenever there are words used, those words have a function. The function of illumining an object, showing you the object. When I'm going to say camel, the word camel shows you what is camel. Correct? That animal. I hope everybody understands camel. Because somebody did not know what is Ushtraha. Tamil Nadu, that fellow was teaching. He had students. He said Ushtraha. One student got up. Guruji, what is Ushtra? Huh? No, no, no. Many, many years, many centuries before, when people were, did not have TV and anything. Guruji, what is Ushtra? So this Guruji also had not seen what is camel. But he had heard somebody say, camel is that animal which flies, or camel is something that flies in the sand. It walks swiftly. You try walking in the sand, your legs will sink and you can't even walk at a normal pace. Forget fast. But camel flies in the sand. He had heard somebody say that. Then he told the students, camel is a special type of bird which lives in desert. Because flies, ushtraha, pakshi visheshaha. Something like that is not happening, right? So when I am saying camel, pakshi visheshaha? No. Huh? Yeah, you know camel. Camel. When I'm using the word camel, is it a dog? Is it a cat? Is it a monkey? Is it a deva, yaksha, kinnar? Anything? Celestial beings? No. So now the word camel has helped you in eliminating everything else. Words have their function of showing the object. So when we are saying eva alone, over here it is not only a function to emphasize. That means something else is removed, eliminated, which you could have had possibly thought also can become the cause of moksha. ज्ञान से होता है और दूसरी चीजें भी है जिससे होता है. Knowledge is also the moksha take kaivalyam is attained through knowledge, but then there is something else also through which moksha kaivalyam can be attained. So it is not just emphasis, it means anya vyavrittihi. It is, what is it doing? Removing anything else that you could have had brought. Eva. So what is the other thing that you possibly could have had thought also can become the cause of moksha? They are the sadhanam, Baba. That evakar is denying the status of sadhanam to anything else. So now you would have had said that karma, some form of karma, or maybe some form of upasana is the cause of kaivalya. And therefore, in order to remove this idea, now it is, the Shruti says, then you would have had said, sir, there are four purusharthas, correct? Which, Bapre, dharma, artha, kam, and moksha. We know that dharma purushartha is punya is attained by doing karma. Artha will be attained by doing karma. Kama is also attained by doing fulfillment of desires. How, what? You just sit over there and I have desire, I have desire. Karma. So karma is the sadhanam to attain the other three purusharthas. Moksha is also a purushartha, and just as karma is the sadhanam to attain the other three purusharthas, karma is also the sadhanam for moksha too. And therefore, let knowledge be the sadhanam, but karma also can be the sadhanam for attaining kaivalyam. Now, what did that avakara do? Did not leave any space. नहीं, जगह नहीं है, जाओ. कर्म इत्यादि से नहीं, ज्ञान से ही. Karma can give you two types of results. Putra vitta loka definitely karma gives. But when this karma is performed, not for putra vitta loka, but in understanding that this karma is my duty and it is in form of worship of Ishvara, this is called as karma yoga. This karma yoga becomes the karanam for antakarana shuddhi. So the karma has got two results. If it is a sakama karma, it gives you putra vitta loka. If it is nishkama karma, it gives antakarana shuddhi. Got it? So karma has got this result. But what is it that knowledge can give? Compared to this karma or even karma yoga, knowledge gives kaivalyam alone. Or it is from knowledge alone kaivalyam is attained. Sir, what is the purpose of that two? Eva we understood. Two means what? Two means that which is not me. Me ani two. I went to somebody's home in Pune. So they introduced their daughter-in-law. What's her name? Me too. In Marathi, me means I. Just like in English, you have me. Me. And two means you. Me too. Me. Kara. Then that Eknath Maharaj comes to say, Me too parnachi zali bolvana. Eka janardani Shri Datta jana. Me and it too. What is that two? But that two is not the two here, okay? We are Sanskrit. What is this two doing here? So that two means comparison, like parantu, kintu, right? Is not it? Parantu. In Telugu, you have this word parantu or not? This is there, parantu. Don't you say? This is Sanskrit. Now, so Sanskrit words have come directly into our Tadbhava languages. Tamil Nadu, you have parantu? No? Add it. Parantu. Two. Two means it gives comparison. Tulana. You have a red sari, but I have a what? But what? But I don't have a sari. The comparison, na? Two. Jnanad evatu kaivalyam. That And he says prapyate is attained. Yena prapyate and prapyate yena muchyate. So just understand the whole sentence like this. Jana devatu kaivalyam, comma, prapyate yena muchyate. A little rearrangement of the words. Anvaya has to be done. Yena prapyate saha muchyate. Sir, Swamiji, where did you bring that saha from? अत्याहार कर लेना चाहिए. Add that. Like how yena prapyate, he who attains knowledge, the one who attains knowledge is liberated, muchyate. So that muchya dhatu, which becomes moksha, is muchyate. Therefore, now we understand that kaivalyam and moksha is one and the same. Because jnana devatu kaivalyam. Otherwise, you could have had thought moksha is one thing, kaivalyam is yet another thing. Jnanam can give kaivalyam, but it may not give moksha. This could have been your wisdom. And knowing how smart, wise we are, over there, that Vakyam says, Jana devatu kaivalyam prapyate yena muchyate. So the one who attains knowledge, he is liberated. Okay. Knowledge gives kaivalyam. He who attains knowledge is liberated. So in the first half of the sentence, knowledge gives kaivalyam. In the latter half of the sentence, he who attains knowledge, what is the result of knowledge? Liberation. And therefore, now this allows us to understand that kaivalyam is liberation. It is not he attains kaivalyam and liberation. Kaivalyam is liberation. Because jnanad kaivalyam eva. Now shift the eva to kaivalyam. And what will it become? Jnanad to kaivalyam eva. Only liberation, only kaivalyam is attained through knowledge. And later half says, he who attains knowledge is liberated. And this, therefore, this sentence now allows us to understand several parts of the Siddhanta. Is not it? You understand? You see this? Hey, is not it interesting how that sentence is delivered in you, such a small one, but it is, you know, loaded. So many things it has already told you. Jana devatu kaivalyam prapyate yena muchyate iti smrite. Hey, this is a smriti, it is not a shruti. Very often, the other day, many years ago, we were in Swami Kashikananji Maharaj's room. Then Swamiji gave each one of us a book containing 108 Upanishads. There were some other Mahamandaleshwars also. I had not become a Mahamandaleshwar then. This is when 2011 or 10. All of us were there. Gave one book, 108 Upanishads. All big Vidwan Mahatmas was sitting. He said, we use this Jnana Devatu Kaivalyam, but from which Upanishad? Just tell me then. Everybody, nobody can find. Why? Because it is not there. It is not in the Upanishad. It is not a Shruti. It is a Smriti. Now we have to look into some Smriti for that. So that's why even they also have not given the reference to it. कहाँ पे मिलना चाहिए कहीं से. Jnanadev tu kaivalyam prapyate yena muchyate. And thus we understand that sakshat sadhanatvat jnanameva pradhanam. Now the knowledge in this case is the has become taken the primary position. In Jivan Mukti, it was on the secondary position. But in Videha Mukti, it is on the primary position. But, sir, Mukti is said, Kaivalyam is said, but how does it convey Videha Mukti? It has not yet said Videha Mukti. So we want to find out how that has allowed you to understand it is Videha Mukti. So we need to understand the word Kaivalyam, through which Videha Mukti gets conveyed. Okay. We have to see how this word Kaivalyam allows you to understand Videha Mukti. Yes, see how interesting it is. Now we will see that when we meet tomorrow. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purna Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Shankaram Shankaracharya Keshavam Badarayanam सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ओम् महादेव।